On Facebook, something really cool when it comes to group projects is making groups, specific groups or whatever, that you only let certain people in. And so there you can just like post random things. Oh, I worked on this. Oh, you need to do this. We need to put this together. Google Docs really help a lot with that, so that everyone can add in whatever they feel, and everyone edits their other stuff. And on the side, you can leave comments, and you can. It's really good for everyone to just work on the same thing, even if they're not in the same room.
College students, I guess, like if we have something that we need to do for our homework, like I know with my interior design class, like we're all in a group on Facebook. So if I have like a concerning question with one of my classmates, like I'm definitely able to be like, guys, like, can you help me out here?
We have group projects that we communicate through over Facebook. We have our teaching assistants on Facebook as well, moderating some of these groups, who are responsible for creating the groups.
Facebook and Instagram are pretty much a constant in my life. I scroll through the same things 9 times a day.
I use that an unbelievable amount. And I don't think I'm the only one. I think that's kind of it's weird when someone doesn't have a Facebook.
I spend so much time on Facebook as it is, and honestly, I don't even know what I do because I don't upload photos. Normally, I don't post statuses. Like, for the amount of time I'm on there, it's really sad because I don't know what I'm doing on there.
I feel like nowadays social media, it's given people a stage to kind of share things that they normally wouldn't. Nowadays, just based off the people I've made friends with, I feel like it's a place to either brag or complain.
When you post something on Facebook, you want to get it for like a lot of likes. That's how people do it. And right. when you post a status, like unless it's the most brilliant or funny status ever, you're not really gonna get like that many, unless it's like a life event. That's what people post life events.
Right. So with Facebook now, do you feel like it has changed, it has evolved since the days you were in high school?
Without a doubt. I mean, when I first got on it, it was, parents had no clue, what Facebook was. They, they didn't want their kids getting it. They thought it was bad. You can find creepers on there, all this stuff. And the next thing you know, they're on there posting pictures of their children and their weddings.
I used to be more active on like Facebook and stuff like that back in the day. Like I remember when I was in high school, like just like stupid stuff like basketball games. I would just write whatever was going on in the game. And then I don't know, as I kind of like grown and everything like that, I kind of like dialed it back and kind of use it just like to connect with people and stuff like that.
In the beginning, when I first got it, like in high school, it was just like, it was kind of like I just would post whatever, like random pictures, random sites, and like I felt like there would be no what's it called when I can't find the word, like repercussions, yeah. Okay. But like as I got to UF and like my parents started making Facebook and adding me, like some professors, some like really important people, and well I consider important, started adding me. Like Facebook kind of like it's just like more of like I'm gonna share my photos, I'm gonna share like my status updates with like cool things that's going on with my life, but like it's kind of like just like a good representation. Yeah, it's a filtered good representation of me.
People not like necessarily in Gainesville. Is a big part of Facebook for me. Not necessarily, I'll like update a picture, but like put a caption to it. I'm not like, oh my god, going to blah blah. Like I believe that's what Twitter is for.
The social connections are getting broader but shallower. Because like I follow half the people I follow on Twitter, I do not know, and they're like my idols.
I feel like Twitter is so much like less engaging and less gratifying as Facebook is, because first of all, there's not as many people on Twitter as there are on Facebook. So that means less favorites, like equivalent to likes. I mean, retweets aren't really like that great, like whatever. Like someone like thinks the same things I do, like cool.
Right.
I don't know, it just feels like everyone's talking and no one's listening.
Twitter will always be like me going on rants, me just like talking smack, me, telling you how my day is. Instagram is kind of like, I think Instagram kind of is what I used to think of Facebook back in, like I kind of like it's my go-to app kind of in a way, other than Twitter, in which I just I post you post pictures and like I like post pictures of like what I'm doing.
I use Instagram and Twitter to learn about different people that are doing different things all around the world.
Okay.
So that's why I tend to go on Twitter and Instagram more.
Okay.
But Facebook is definitely like my way to communicate with people, my close friends and family.
Snapchat is bananas. People are completely abusing Snapchat nowadays and sending way too many selfies, and they're just it's not interesting enough. People will just, it's Twitter, but even more boring and even more just no one cares.
We like the exclusivity of Snapchat. You know, we like how it's only us. We can control who we send what to. You know, it's not just kind of you put on Facebook, everyone gets to see it. You know, you can target, be specific.
Have any of you posted a Vine?
I have.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It was just one of my friends at the gym. She was being stupid, so I put it up.
LinkedIn is really big now. I know I went to that broadcasting convention 2 weeks ago, and everyone was like, yeah, you should probably get a LinkedIn just to get, you know, have a more professional social media platform.
I didn't realize how many professionals that I knew personally were on it, and that they have connections that I might not even have thought of.
YouTube is phenomenal.
Because
Okay.
you can pretty much find any music on there. You can find full albums that just stream. So you don't have to like pay for Spotify. You can just play the album without commercials. It's just someone happened to upload. I mean, it might not be the best quality all the time, but just for like casual listening. And like there's so many videos on there. You can literally search anything and watch anything, keep you entertained.
YouTube is also a great escape just from stress of everyday life. You like the stupid cat videos.
Live performances you can't really see anywhere else. Like there are people that upload concerts.
Khan Academy is like a tutoring type thing. He's got thousands of videos on there. He made them all himself essentially for all the different subjects, and I'm using it to study for the MCAT.
Jenna Marbles, for example,
yeah.
I love watching those types of videos. Or there's people who like will do hair and makeup tutorials and stuff. Like there are people who like constantly are posting their own videos. Like I love to subscribe to them and watch them.
Like they have like how-to videos, and I've gone to YouTube before to like learn how to literally do something. So it's not just like entertainment.
For me, like I like to chat with friends while I watch a TV show. Especially we're watching the same thing, so like we can still be engaged without actually physically being there.
Actually, when I'm running on the treadmill sometimes, I'll watch TV.
Depending on what the TV show is and what's happening, I would tweet about it. I tweeted a lot during the Super Bowl.
I like having Twitter up doing a game or doing a specific show I like.
Music and TV, no way. Internet or like newspaper and TV, I don't think that's ever happened.
Like I would never turn on the TV as background noise. Like I am either watching the show or like not watching the show and it's not on.
Facebook with like Hulu and Netflix, Facebook with Pinterest. Oh, and maybe also if you think about Pandora and Spotify, like that's like there too. So like that's like the mom that's like always, or if we think of an umbrella, like that's the umbrella, and then Facebook's like the biggest thing under the umbrella. And then like there's TV, Pinterest, texting.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's a good.
With music, I cannot study. I can study without music. It just depends on like what type of music it is.
I find it distracting when I'm riding my bike or my scooter because I can't hear what's going on, so I try and avoid that.
So whenever I'm on Facebook, doing anything online that doesn't require me like listening to an audio, like a video, I'll be listening to music while I do it.
A lot of the stuff that I do for studying is like watching online lectures or things that audio is already there, so I can't like use music as an audio source for that.
Doritos did something like for the Super Bowl where they have people like submit
Submit their
ads and everything like that,
competition.
and they use them in like the actual like Super Bowl ad. I thought that was kind of cool.
I know Family Guy, I like them on Facebook, so they'll be like, tune in tonight to catch, you know, so-and-so, so maybe it'll spark my interest a little more to go and want to watch it.
It's very instant, so if, let's say, someone that's famous tweets something that's really offensive to a lot of people, it's harder to retract what they say rather than, you know, if it's like print, people edit it and people, you know, it goes through a lot of people before it's broadcasted to the world.
Besides over-posting and just too frequently and trying too hard, you know, if you like a page and then they wind up just non-stop, you know, filling up your newsfeed, it'll turn you off, you know, it'll make you not want the product anymore.
I was actually vehemently against Twitter when everyone else had a Twitter. I did not want one, and I was just like, that's stupid. And then I was kind of coaxed into getting one by my friends. And I'm really glad I did, because I use it a lot now.
They got me into Reddit, so I blame them for that.
If it looks cool, like if they're watching the show and like I kind of just catch it and everything like that, then I'll get turned on to it.
And my roommate, for example, will like, she'll be sitting in the living room and I'll be in my room. She'll like message me on Facebook, like take this quiz or like do this, and or she'll be like, oh my gosh, go on Facebook like right now and look at this.
Talked about how some of the shows you watched, the reactions to the episode, like play on Facebook, or I'm so excited for the season premiere tonight. And so that's like, oh, so-and-so plus 14 other people have shared a link to this thing. Maybe I should tune into this show.
It's super annoying, or the people who you're like watching the show like not together, but they post if you're like an hour late like watching the show, they'll post on Facebook or Twitter, like whatever, and I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. Like,
are there any programs particularly that you all tend to watch in groups and things, or I mean, yeah, a lot. Okay.
Yeah. Especially if they're on cable, because then you find the person who has cable, and then you go to their house and bring everybody over.
If I was gonna sit here and watch a movie by myself, I'd rather invite someone over, and if I'm gonna invite someone over, I'd want to go get popcorn and like enjoy it, so I make an event out of it.
I watch Dance Moms every Tuesday at 9.
Okay.
My friends and I like all love it, so we usually get together and watch it together on Tuesdays.
The Institute of Black Culture, even here at UF, on university, they had a group scandal viewing for the season premiere.
Oh, okay.
It was just full of people.
I took a group trip down to Miami maybe last month or so, and we took my car, and everyone was complaining because like they didn't want to listen to my CDs, they didn't like my music, I guess, but they were like, oh yeah, let's plug in the iPhone, but like I didn't have a cord, but people expect it.
Right. Yeah.
Like
so I know a lot of the newer cars have that.
Yeah, and like they were annoyed by it.
I'll get on Spotify on my phone and just plug in. I'll hook it up in my car for Bluetooth and stuff too.
Maybe I'll get like 20 minutes of radio consumption a week.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
So most of the time you're listening to CDs, but you're saying if...
Right, if that's not accessible, or if somebody doesn't have the auxiliary cord to plug the phone in,
okay,
we'll go for...
Then you'll do traditional radio. Okay.
The aux cord or whatever, that's important. A radio. An emergency brake, I don't know.
That's why, you know, when I get a new car, I want something that will have like an auxiliary cable, so I can just plug my phone in and listen to like what I want to listen to, because the radio is just, I'm just tired of hearing the same songs over and over again. It's like, it's really annoying.
Another thing that's interesting for me too is I actually gone back to listening to radio because I've been listening to Spotify in the car all this time. It's the EDM station in Gainesville. I think it's like Party 103 or something.
Oh, okay.
So what's funny is that now I've actually gone back to listening to radio because like I'm so into EDM. So like I would listen to that radio. If I had to listen to radio, I would listen to that station only in Gainesville. So.
Okay.
And where would connectivity fit into that list of things that you consider important to have?
It definitely go below safety, just because that's probably the first thing you should be worried about when you're in a car. Safety, and then just because I'm kind of a car guy, I'd want it to be like a nice car, and then have like music and maybe like internet or something, and then the Bluetooth, which could be your music anyway, but then the Bluetooth and like GPS and all that.
I've seen advertisements for cars, and it looks like they have an iPad built into the front, to the display, and it's just like, it's too much, I like a car for a car. Some people will completely disagree, and they'll say, they want to be able to have everything at their fingertips even while driving, or even for the passengers in the car, so to speak. It's not only for the driver, but I wouldn't even want like TVs in the back of the seats of my cars. Like I want the car for what it is.
Would you be willing to pay for a data plan to have connectivity in your car to be able to do all the things you would do elsewhere?
There's no point.
No, I mean, unless that was the only way to stream the music, you know, sure, but at the same time, I've got so much data from my phone that if I just plugged it in, you know, it would be the same. So, yeah, no.
No.
Why not?
Because I don't really, I have the radio and I also have my phone that I can just plug in, and I'm not gonna like spend too much time like looking things up while I'm driving in my car, so I don't really see a need for it.
We're poor college students.
Yeah. Ask us in 10 years.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, all right, here you
Maybe
go.
25.